Alrighty, let me... Where we had the transition at. There we go, nothing incriminating. I got a lot of stuff on my computer. Alright, we going. We up in it. Hi, how are ya? Good afternoon, at least for my time zone, which is among one of the last on Earth. A lot of people are watching this from the future, so good on ya. So we have some marbles, and if you didn't watch that event, go watch that event, because there is a nice assortment to go through. So, starting at the end of the video, oh, look at this hump. Everyone is there just waiting. Oh, this is the draw. Never mind. Wrong vidya. Wrong vidya. We gotta go to the proper video. Go into the opening ceremony. Okay, let's just start at the opening ceremony, actually. I said we're starting at the end, but we're starting at the beginning because I am attempting to be sensible for once. So... okay, just off the bat, right? Minos knocks it out the park again. Like 10 out of 10 Lord of the Rings music. I want this in like a chill music playlist to study to because it is beautiful. How does this rank as opening ceremonies? I feel like the opening ceremonies get better every year. Every year outdoes the previous year's opening ceremony. I thought there is no way that the Crazy Cat's Eyes could be beat in terms of opening ceremony, but here come the Green Ducks. Loving the music, loving the ducks. Duck statues everywhere. Greg Woods mentioned the ducks. We'll have to check my bingo card. I don't think that was on there, but he mentioned the duck. Lovely. Tim Ritz has the marble. Tim Ritz. Let me clap away from the microphone so I don't blast your eardrums out. Way to go, Ritz. Ducks in the V formation. I like that. That is some fun stuff. Who had the best entrance? Write it in the chat. Who had the best entrance? Balls of Chaos always chaotic, right? A lot of these teams just have a classic... The classic formation. I'm pretty sure they never changed that. Chocolatiers is a nice one. I really like the Gliding Glaciers. I gotta pause. I gotta go back for that. Gliding Glaciers. They formed their logo, right? That's clever. That is some good formation. I love Mellow Yellows. I honestly, as a filthy O-Rangers fan, possibly the most biased O-Rangers fan, I say, as the most biased O-Rangers fan, the Mellow Yellow has, like, the best opening sequence. I love it. Cat's Eyes cheated. Cheated and what? That's a hefty accusation, especially with no context. Cheated at this event, cheated overall, cheated to get here. cheated in their opening ceremonies, maybe? Who knows? And of course the Ducks in formation. Loving the Ducks. Loving the Ducks. I skipped ahead. I had to see those Ducks. And there you go, Woodsy. We have Tim Woods. Greg Woods back in our lives. For the first time in forever. Alright, so. Fanfare. We're just going right to the end. To talk about the Green Ducks. So many knee-jerk reactions we can make, which is why we're making them all. I'm glad this was not the longest event ever, so I do think I can make it to lunch on time. Are the Green Ducks dead? Are the Ducks dead? Is the host curse real? Because if you'll recall last year, Swing Wave, right? Green Ducks also took last in that being the first event. And then they took first in the second event with the Indigo Stars winning the Swing Wave and then taking last in balancing. Of course, that can't happen this year's for obvious reason, being that the Indigo Stars suck. So they're not in the league, they're in the Showdown. We'll see them when the Showdown happens. Green Ducks, back-to-back years, 16th place finishes first event. Is this just opening day anxiety? Is this the host curse? I'm gonna put that into the chat. I'm gonna put that poll. Not even a question, just Green Ducks. Host curse? Or is it first event anxiety? They didn't, I don't know, sleep well, have their good breakfast. Maybe some of the anxiety about hosting, about the opening ceremony, and then just some jitters. Is it jitters? Is it the host curse? Because that is bad. If you are 4 centimeters behind 15th place, that is not good. But that being said, still got 15 events, right? 15 events. Lot of Marble League left. Lots of Marble League left. Also to be said, the top 3 teams, right? This event podium is comprised of teams that were not in the Marble League last year. Team Galactic, Balls of Chaos, and the Bumblebees. MIA in terms of the Marble League 2021. Also to be noted, Team Galactic, 44 events. 44 events straight with no gold. Took them 45 events, but they are back on top and they are leading the Marble League 2022 standings, as this has been the only event. Is Team Galactic all the way back? Maybe shaking off some of their jitters, maybe their host curse, having hosted in 2020 and then failing to qualify the next year? Maybe this is their year? Maybe the Balls of Chaos? Maybe the Bumblebees are all the way back? They haven't had any success since the Hablino tournament. Maybe taking on the Hornets was the right move. Maybe I have been saying the wrong things, making the wrong predictions about the Bumblebees, or maybe this is just one event out of 16. And then, of course, we have Crazy Cat's Eyes and O Rangers very close together. It is nice to see that they still have a bit of a rivalry going because we don't really think about the Cat's Eyes and the O Rangers, uh, at least in terms of a rivalry with each other. I think last year was very neck and neck between the two. It looks like it's going to be very neck and neck this year. As a filthy O Rangers fan, possibly the most biased O Rangers fan, and I say that with a heavy amount of bias, being the most biased O Rangers fan, that I am liking the O Rangers in fifth. Of course, you want them on the podium. I certainly want them on the podium. But in terms of 16, fifth, hey, pretty good. Pretty good. Oh man, I am liking this, especially with how the Savage Speeders are, right? And I know this isn't a speed event. You go to any speed event, and the Savage Speeders are there kicking all the butt wherever a marble butt would be. But in terms of this event, I don't think they did that great in the qualifiers for climbing either. We'll have to go back and look at that. But the Savage Speeders in 12th. Raspberry Racers, usually a great team in block pushing, but these ain't blocks, these are teammates. Are the Raspberry Racers dead? Maybe there's a silver curse to go along with a bronze curse? In terms of a bronze curse, Gliding Glaciers, not too shabby middle of the pack. Still a relatively new team, all things considered. Had a great year last year. Ninth ain't the worst spot, but Green Ducks. Let's see where this is at. 55 votes in the poll. Is it the first event jitters? Is it the host curse? A lot of people saying just anxiety for the first event. And I'm going to go to the chat now because the chat is going crazy. A lot of people in here. I'm liking it. All right, so someone asked about the team chants. I did hear the team chants from the friendly round. I am glad that we didn't have to wait until the showdown to hear those. Of course, I didn't go live after the friendly round because the friendly round is just more content. There's not a whole lot riding on it. It's just gonna be, how are these teams gonna do? Question mark, heavy question mark. The new 4 teams got a chance to compete, get a little practice in being completely new. If only the Solar Flares got that opportunity. Right? Maybe. But there is a chance with 4 relegation spots that all 4 of those new teams do not leave the showdown, even with all that extra practicing. That being said, I am liking the chants. I definitely heard the Balls of Chaos chant, and we'll definitely hear a lot more of it now that they are second in the overall standings after event 1. Of course, it being event 1. The results are the results. So maybe this is a trend for the Balls of Chaos. Maybe this is the chaos they wanted. Maybe it's going to be like Team Momo. Do well through 11 events and then fall off the face of the earth and then get booted into the showdown for next year. But definitely Balls of Chaos on everyone's radar now. Possibly even more so than the Bumblebees or Team Galactic.
what was a opening ceremony for the
How did
Agents.
everyone like
I was honored to
climbing?
be a
New
part of it.
event,
Hey everybody,
right?
I'm Greg Woods, seated here inside.
The climbing is a new event. I liked it. In comparison, especially with Newton's Cradle, I believe that was 2020. We had the Newton's Cradle. I like this adaptation of just yeeting your teammate up a ramp a lot more than Newton's Cradle. Technically, the Hornet of the team was the reason the Bumblebees got third. Definitely true. Maybe the Bumblebees were onto something by moving a couple of the members from the team that was once the Hornets onto their main roster for the Bumblebees. That being said, I will have a video about the unqualified teams coming out this week, possibly tomorrow. It is not that hard of a video to get out, at the very least by Friday. And I do mention how the Bumblebees suck because of previous showings, because of previous years. Maybe this year is not like previous years. Maybe they really were onto something with the moves they made, especially at the time that they made them and announced them. Because if you look at the Bumblebees with the team, I forget. I think Vespa's there. You'll let me know who's the new Bumblebees team. But you think about that announcement versus the announcement that the Oceanics made, right? Putting Ounce on the team. Who even is Ounce? And this was a week before qualifiers. That is not enough time to get a sort of team locker room going, because, you know, a lot of sports is mental, right? How well do you know your teammates? How well do you get along with your teammates? You make a move, you announce a move, a change to your roster a week before qualifiers. That's not enough time for team synergy. I do gotta say, that first run for Mellow Yellow, say it with me now. Say it with me. 71. That's my favorite number. Hate that it came from one of the rivals from the O-Rangers, because I am a filthy O-Rangers fan. Possibly one of the most biased. No, not possibly. I am the most biased O-Rangers fan, and I say that with heavy bias every time and all the time. You look at this run. You see 55 centimeters, Balls of Chaos? No bueno? They're dead. What is this team even doing in the main league? And then what do? Come out in Heat 2. Maybe it's the track. Maybe it's not. Maybe they just knew what to do. Bang! Boom! Just firm yeet. And not just a firm yeet. A second place placing silver medal finishing yeet. That'll definitely help their prospects early on. Possibly, knock on wood. I am not knocking on any wood because they are the Balls of Chaos, although I am in their team chant. But I'm not holding my breath on the Balls of Chaos because they are chaotic. But liking where the Savage Speeders are at the moment. More importantly, liking where they aren't, which is they aren't in the top half of standings. Pretty poor performance, all things considered. But also a pretty poor showing by Mellow Yellow on that second go-around. Maybe they expended all of their energy on the first go-around. Maybe the Balls of Chaos save their energy on the first go around. So the second run, different story. Exactly, they're chaotic. You never know what they're gonna do. But in this case, Balls of Chaos, they're doing second right now, which is insane. Let's hear this Balls of Chaos chant. Let's hear if you can actually hear me in it.
In either of the qualifiers, Group A or Group B.
Nope, that is just a cheer. I am not in that one. All right, I'm going to answer that question just so you stop spamming. Am I going to use the thumbnail from Reddit? I'll tell you this. We'll see. You'll have to check in when the video drops, either tomorrow or Friday. And it just might happen that the thumbnail does get used. I like people making stuff for me, mainly because I don't have to make it. It does save time, but it also shows that people are actually engaging at a level that I am not expecting with the videos. That someone actually made a graphic, an asset for a video. That is exciting to see. Also exciting to see the Marble League. I am so happy that we have marbles again. It's been too long. It's been far too long. Don't use it. Team Momo is in it, and I heard. Yeah, that's what happens when you sign up to be a Team Momo fan. I did record the lines for the unqualified teams, so I am making great time on it. Didn't take that many takes. I rehearsed it solidly. Even the Hebrew. There is a surprising amount of Hebrew in my next video for the fact that I do not speak it and have never spoken it before. I think I think I did an all right job with it. If anyone speaks it and wants to roast me about it once the video happens, feel free to roast me on the pronunciations. But for the fact that it's gonna happen, it's gonna be an all right video. I'm definitely liking it. If you have a team in the Showdown, I am going to be mean. And I know that's why you watch these videos, but I'm reading the script and I'm hearing myself back. I'm like, dang, this is going to be mean. Yes, that is also a thing. None of the blue teams in the league made it. And since the Thunderbolts broke their attendance streak, this is the first time that no blue team is in it. You can make the argument that Team Galactic is solidly purple, with like heavy quotes around solidly, but it's definitely not blue. But you think about Indigo Stars, you can make the argument that they're sort of blue because they are more blue than purple because it's indigo, I guess. But Indigo Stars, GG no no ML22 for you. Midnight Wisps are part blue. Midnight Wisps. We'll see. They definitely did not. Oh, I also definitely did not pay attention for their run. They definitely ran in the first heat. But they didn't do too bad. They are on the heavier side of marbles, so it would make sense that they would do pretty solid in a event where you have to yeet your teammate up a ramp. That being said, Raspberry Racer's also on the heavier side of marbles, but they didn't do too well. So obviously, the Marble League, you can't have all events being push your teammate. There's going to be a lot of agility and a lot of speed, and a lot of slow, because we will see the funnels somewhere this year. Uh, so we will see. It either goes as either Team Galactic, Balls of Chaos, or the Bumblebees do well, or this is going to be a chaotic season, chaotic year. We will see all 16 teams going into the 16th event, pushing and shoving each other for the win, because they will all be in medal contention. All right, and there's the duck. Duck best thing. I am already loving this year because of the duck.
Of this Marble League season. Look at all the fans, by the way, that we have. Love to see the signs, love to hear the chants. The atmosphere in this place is something to behold. The Rangers, Team Galactic, Gliding Glaciers, and Team Primary.
I gotta love that. I absolutely have to love just how even that first go around was. Like, that is as close as you could get. Of course, the Rangers didn't come out with a podium. I wish they would have, being the most biased O-Rangers fan. Most biasedest. I've said that word so many times, and I have yet to actually see if I'm using it correctly. I need to pull up my fantasy, because holy cow, how did my fantasy teams do? I actually have no idea where to look for it. Wow, someone's I don't somebody's fantasy team for this Marble League is just the Minty Maniacs roster. I don't know why you want to do that to yourself, especially where the Minty Maniacs ended up. You could argue that Minty Maniacs are a blue team in a Marble League without any blue teams. If that's the case, they're the only blue team. But last year was a fluke. I'm not taking no. Last year was not a fluke. Last year was a true Minty. I'm taking no third place curse. 2020 was a weird year, and Minty Maniacs are just not that team. Minty's for the win. Again, I've talked too much about the Minty Maniacs. I'm not saying anything good about them again. Right? Alright, so there we have. Pretty quick event, 10 minutes. In and out, how you doing? Nah. Consistency. I like that consistency. I like that for the past couple years, the Minty Maniacs have been consistently garbage. That being said, wow. 50-50 for the host curse / first event jitters. Do not know what to make of that data. That is a lot of things to extrapolate. Holy cow. All right. Let's see where my picks were. And I definitely have the O-Rangers. I definitely don't have the O-Rangers up top that high. Oh yeah, here we are. I think there's a different sign up between last year and this year. Have them written down somewhere. So basically, the fantasy works. You have 5 teams that you want, and you get points based off of how many points you get there. So if you have Team Galactic, you got 25 points. That's pretty good. But if you have a team that's times 3 and a team that's times 2, so if you have Team Galactic as your first pick times 3 has 75 points in your favorite. That being said, I did not have Team Galactic anywhere near my radar. I keep tidy notes. You can definitely hear by how disorganized this stream is and has been. Someone mentioned that something funky happened with the Midnight or the Minty Maniacs. What is this chat saying? Semi-happy to see the Hazers and Bolts not qualify. Breath of fresh air. That is true. Especially with how the Showdown is. It has always been a mix of basically the same teams going in and out, and then a lot of the teams staying in it. I don't like the fact that they missed out, but I do like the fact that there are teams that have been bad, that have been in the Showdown, finally not be in the Showdown. I do believe this is the first time since 2020 that the Pinkies are in, and the Pinkies are rarely in it. So this has just been an insane event, an insane start to the season. Shining Swarm finishing 13th, a team that a lot of people said, including myself, we're going to be a sleeper, we're going to have a breakout year. And they kind of not have the best... They don't have the best showing. 13th. But dang, Team Galactic. Man. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I have Raspberry Racers times 3. I got Racers times 3. I got the O-Rangers times 2. I have Balls of Chaos, Midnight Wisps, and Savage Speeders. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, the Speeders did not carry. So I have... Oh, I got a new pen. Let me write all this stuff down. If I have... Maybe for Event 2, I'll have like a GIMP page set up. This is the first event. This is the new season. We are definitely shaky. There are going to be 16 streams that I do. So this is definitely going to improve as the season progresses. So we got Razzies times 3. We got O's times 2. We got Balls of Chaos, Midnight Wisps, and Savage Speeders. I think I made the best choice with all these teams, especially because we're going to have a lot of racing. Happen. We know that the Speeders are, unfortunately for the rest of us, really good at racing. It's in the name. It's kind of their thing. What? Okay, so 129 votes. That's a lot of votes. 51% say host curse. I am agreeing that if this is just a one-time thing, maybe it's just the opening round jitters first event, you know. But if this is a pattern, then maybe the Green Ducks have something to worry about. Let's crunch these numbers because I got a poor showing from the Raspberry Racers, unfortunately. I do have the ×3 qualifier, but that is just 6 points because you got 2 points. 14th place finish, not a great start. Of course, GG to anyone who had Green Ducks for this week because, oh no, that is not looking good. Alright, O Rangers ×2. They got 11 points. That's 22 points for me. Pretty solid. And then Balls of Chaos, we got 20. Midnight Wisps. Where the Wisps at? They out here with 10. And then Savage Speeders. Rip Oroni just carrying 3 points for me. Let me crunch these numbers really quick. I did fail every single math class I ever touched. That being said, I have a grand total of 61 points. That is not the best. Definitely not going to be the worst because I don't believe anybody would have that podium on as like, I don't think anybody predicted that podium for this event. I definitely saw Bumblebees not even taking the podium, let alone the Balls of Chaos. I did say something about the Balls of Chaos doing something and something way back in 2020. They definitely carry that trend well. They are definitely a chaotic team. Team Galactic breaking that gold streak. I am excited. Next event is balancing. If it is like anything like we saw from qualifiers, I think the O Rangers are taking the gold for balancing. All right. I'm going to hide my screen very quick just to pull up my bingo card. I don't want anyone to see anything incriminating. Someone did ask if I am going to have a Discord. We will see. At the moment, no. I am thinking about a subreddit. A subreddit would be nice to see just because a lot of people aren't on Discord, they aren't on Twitter. But there has been a solid increase in people using Reddit. I would be all right with having a subreddit set up just to get ideas and also just general fan engagement. I think I am, out of all social media, I am on Reddit the most. And I know a lot of people who are on Reddit don't like thinking that it is social media because they want to be better than Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. But Reddit is social media. And it's not becoming social media. It has always been social media. All right. So I got a lot of. Gotta find my bingo card. I don't know where I put it. Going to 2022. Maybe just Marble League. Yeah, Marble League bingo. We'll see. All right, we're back with it. How many of these have I gotten right? Well, that is a strong delay. All right, we're back. That is a strong delay. I don't like watching my own stream because there is the delay, so it does get confusing sometimes. Um, Shining Swarm is still winning the whole thing. I doubt it, but I have said a lot of predictions that have aged so bad, and Shining Swarm was definitely not on everyone's radar ever. They did miss out on 2019 qualifying by way of getting relegated in the 2018 Showdown. But then they come back for 2021. They were in like 8th place, 7th place, and they still had the cards falling in their favor for a few moments in Marble Lacrosse to actually win everything. But that was not controlling their destiny in any way, shape, or form. They needed a win. They needed mellow yellow Razzies and Hazers in the bottom 5, which was actually happening for most of Marble Cross. But then mellow yellow went from 13th to 3rd. They missed 2020 because of 2019 relegation. That's right. I thought that wasn't the case. That was the case. That is a very interesting, knock on wood if you're rooting for the Shining Swarm, turnaround. Going from back-to-back basement to almost winning everything to maybe 13th place for the rest of 2022. I think it's not impossible. What is impossible is, say, Team Momo winning 2022 because Team Momo is not in the Marble League for 2022. Not rubbing it in any way, shape, or form, although it does sound like I am rubbing it in every way, shape, or form. So let's see if we have anything. A lot of these teams, a lot of these squares cannot happen until the very end of the Marble League, just because there are 16 events. A lot of things can happen. That being said, because there is so much time left, I do not think we will see the host curse in full effect. At least not yet. 16th place in the first event does not look good for the Green Ducks, but it's the same exact situation happened last year. So it is, we will look at this square right here very closely for the rest of the year. What is free agency? Free agency happens at the end of a player's contract. So, it's typically for human sports because I don't think these marble teams get paid. I mean, they gotta, otherwise you're not gonna. I mean, you could play it just for the love of the game, right? But you have a 2-year contract with the team, And after those 2 years, you could either sign another contract with that team or go to another team uh, and compete there. So there are, you can definitely see the teams. There are some teams with some players, and those players definitely want out. But as it's structured, you're either on the team or you're fired, as we see with a few, uh, namely Hazy. Namely Hazy is fired. I don't think the Hazers will want to take Hazy back, but if Hazy wants to play and another team is like, hey, we can make a roster spot, they could bring on Hazy, just kind of like how the Bumblebees brought in the members for the Hornets because the Hornets franchise disintegrated. Imagine if the Hornets still had the members from the Hornets, and the Hornets were still a team. That's basically what free agency is in a sense. Did the Pinkies get new uniforms? They looked pretty much the same. Yeah, it is a way of forming a marble super team in a sense. Yeah, that is sad day not getting any of these bingo spots yet. But that being said, 40. Where did that number come? 40. I don't know why my brain said 40. 15 events left. I also gotta see what kind of the Marble League Discord was running two different fantasies. There is like a solid fantasy team, but then there's also the choose the team. There's choose the team, and then there's actually choose players. And I solidly forgot which which individual members I put for my team. There's got to be a way to check. Okay, they haven't come out yet. The event did just happen, so we will see. We will see. Oh man. Okay. Alright, I'm going to the chat because y'all have some very interesting questions. I will keep the Green Ducks poll up just a little longer. But I am going to end the stream relatively soon. Not quite yet. There are a lot of questions in the chat, a lot of things I might have missed. Definitely missed because this chat was going at the speed of sound. Oof, Hazers might do a Wisps and finish in the bottom four. I feel that's going to be a very interesting take. It's going to be very interesting to see how that ages. Yeah, host curse in full effect. We'll see. Who do I want to win the showdown? I'll say Team Momo. They deserve to win something. Definitely, I hope they don't get relegated. That would hurt. All right. Thoughts on Snowball signing Hazy for a 1 year vet minimum for Marbula 1 Season 4? Isn't Marbula 1 Season 3 the reason Hazy got fired in the first place? I Are the Snowballs that desperate? I mean, they did. Did they fire Snowflake or is they just reserve? I don't think the Snowballs are that desperate. Signing them for the roster for the Marble League, that would be very interesting to see. I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibilities that if the Snowballs sign anyone, I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibilities that the Snowballs actually pick up Hazy for the Marble League, maybe for the Showdown. No, they're both in the Showdown. Oh, well, actually, no, that could happen. Maybe they sign Hazy and then they go up against their old team and then actually beat them. That would be very interesting to see. I love revenge stories. If you've been following the NFL at all, which I know a lot of my viewers don't because it's just like a disgustingly American thing. It's as American as Cheese Whiz. It's like, oh my God, of course only this country could do it. But you see a lot of players this year going up against their old teams. Like, the revenge stories have been the narrative for the NFL. If Hazy signs with the Snowballs, the revenge story will be all that there will be for the Showdown. I think that would be incredible. If Hazy signs for the Snowballs, I'ma lose it. No, Hazy, don't do it. Hazy Flake for Marbula 1 Season 4? I could see it. That would definitely be a thing. Alright. This is a fun one. Definitely as the season progresses, we will have absolutely insane storylines, insane finishes. I hope. If this finishes anything, then the rest of the tournament will be absolute insanity. We'll never be able to tell up from down, left from right. It'll just be a free-for-all for the next 15 events. Gotta stay hydrated. I did a lot of screaming, did a lot of O's. I definitely have to check back to the live chat for... Actually, we can do that. Was there... There we go. I need to see this. I want to see how many O's. You see this? You see this? So many O's. Nothing's happened yet. They're bringing out a candle. It's just the ducks. This is why I say that the O'Rangers have the most obnoxious fan base. I, being one of them, probably the most biased O'Rangers fan because I am simply the most biased O'Rangers fan. So many O's every year. Every year. Nothing's happened. It's just the teams showing up. So many O's. So many O's. Kind of love it. You gotta love it as an O Rangers fan. I definitely love it as the most biased O Rangers fan. Yeah, let's check this chat reply. Cause holy cow. Was this an insane event? A lot of people just happy for Marbles to be back. I'm definitely happy for the Marbles to be back. A lot of people excited for the O Rangers. I myself being one of them. All right. And I don't know where the O Rangers are. Oh no, they're here. Yeah, past the duck. The duck carries. Can we just agree that the duck carries? The duck carries. The ambiance, the architecture, it is beautiful. Where does this rank, do you think? Is this the best stadium we've seen? Do you think the Cat Size did it better? Galactic did it better? Oceanics maybe did it better? I don't think the Oceanics did it better personally. I think they did it the worst out of any host because they let their fans storm the field in some top tier hooliganism. I don't trust that security at that venue. We'll see if any other. They did it. The Green Ducks security did a great job at corralling the Oceanics fans. They would not let that hooliganism slide. So I guess that's how we're ranking these stadiums. How well did they corral the Oceanics fans from breaking stuff? The Quackin', yes. The Quackin'. Love them. So here come the O Rangers. Let's check this chat. So people saying host curse is back. I'm personally not thinking the host curse is real. For one, I definitely think this is the first event. Jitters. A lot of people saying, more than half of 170 people are saying that it's a host curse. Maybe they're onto something that I don't know about. Maybe there are just 15 events left and it's too tough to call. Do we think if/when the O Rangers or Swedish fail to qualify, that will be the lowest viewership? Definitely. Look at how many O's just popped up in the top chat. Just because Orange Marble go burr. No orange, no speeders. That is half of the viewership right there. And then I do want to watch that push on that the Bumblebees. Bumblebees, I think, did a lot better. Okay, so it is just one marble pushing, one marble getting yoked. I'm liking these results. Lots of debrief, obviously. It's been an hour for a 10-minute event. When is balancing? Let's go to this channel. It overrated. Pain. November 4th. So we are getting one event every 2.5 days. Mark your calendars. I am literally marking my calendar. November 4th. Ooh, that'll be fun because you get to see my unqualified Marble Team video at the same, well, not at the same time, but probably after, we could watch it together. I could be live. We could watch it together. All right. So, Friday, and then Sunday, the 6th. And then the 9th. Holy cow, are we just getting back to back to back? No more waiting a week, no more waiting a couple days. We are getting more. You wanted marbles? The joke was that the 2022 Marble League season was going to be the first one to be the 2022-2023 season. No. We are getting marbles. And holy cow, this season is just going to come at us like a train. Just like the NFL season, we're already at week 8. Week 9 starts tomorrow. Can you believe that? All right, I'm writing this down. 6th at noon. We got them water race. Ooh, that'll be a fun one, mainly because we have seen a lot of teams not be good at water races. And then the 9th, that is an interesting break. I guess that is to fit in the 3 a week sort of thing going on. Balancing. Gotta love erasable pens. 5-meter hurdles. I love this iteration of the hurdles. I think these are the best hurdles ever. And then Friday noon, we have the 5-meter relay. All of a sudden, a year with no marbles, and we get 5? Get 5 in 2 weeks, and we're going to get 3 a week? This will be done by Christmas. Loving it. And the best Christmas gift of all will be an O Rangers championship. Here's hoping. Is Sand Marble Rally canceled? I do not know. I actually do not know if that'll happen. I know there's supposed to be a 24 minutes at Les Marble. That ain't happening. If I'm not on JMA at all, I am not in the loop with any of that, but just my honest guess, if there is Sand Marble Rally happening in 2022, it will happen between Christmas and New Year's, because that is the gap. Or it could happen January and we could have 2 in... Oh, I guess... No, it is a full season. I guess it could happen in the winter, maybe. Depends on the weather. Depends on a lot of things. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. I hope I'm ready for coal in my stocking, yeah. Alright. I say that is a good first stream for a first event. Marble League is back, and the best thing, you don't have to wait that long to hear the O's in the stand. You don't have to wait too long to hear Greg Woods' voice. the best sports commentator, not only in Marble League, but in any sports league, better than the NFL, the NHL, the NBA, the MLB. Best. Best. And better yet, you don't have to wait that long to hear my sweet, sultry voice debriefing some insane competition because we're getting these rapid fire events. I will see you next Friday for a debrief of event 2 that is going to be the balancing. We will be talking about a gold medal performance by the O'Rangers in that. I guarantee it. I have no say in the matter, but I do have a lot of words in the matter. I will see you then, and I will also see you with a unqualified team video. Definitely laughing at a lot of teams. Every time someone said not to roast a team too hard, not to go easy on them, I roast them harder. So this is a no mercy video coming out. I'm excited for it. I hope you'll be excited for it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure you eat good food. Stay hydrated. I'll see you Friday, and I'll let Waluigi take us out. Getting the intro card queued up. Goodbye.